Chapter 11. The Geography of Earth. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Mudgalacharya narrated the details to Daksha and Sutta recounted it to Saunaka. The king of Jambudvipa begot 9 sons: Nabhi, Kimpurusha, Hari, Elavruta, Hiranyamaya, Kuru, Ramya, Bhadrashva, Ketumalaka, Agnidhara, their father, allotted and named a division after each son. In this manner, the 7 sons of Priyavruta handed over the kingdoms to their sons and went to a forest, performed penance and became Ganapatyas. In the end, they all attained union with the undifferentiated Brahma through yoga. They ascended to the abode of Ganesha and attained final emancipation, from where one is never reborn. The expanse of Jambudvipa was 100,000 yojanas. O Daksha, it was surrounded by an ocean of salty water. At the center of the island was an auspicious and colossal mountain of gold, Meru. It was composed of a variety of metals, which imparted different colors to it. Medicinal herbs would grow on it. Many and mighty rivers had their source in these golden mountains. It contained many caves inhabited by different beings. It was 100,000 yojanas in height and was spread over 60,000 yojanas. Its foundation was 32,000 yojanas below the surface, width of 8,000 yojanas above the surface of the earth. The golden mountain was divided into 2 parts, above and below the surface of the earth. Its base was shaped like the base of a lotus below the surface of the earth. The part above the earth was shaped like lotus leaves. The mountain was made of various metals. It was surrounded by other mountains. O Prajapati, in these extraordinary dwellings lived Devas, Guhyakas, birds, yogis, siddhas, mahatmas, rakshasas, nagendras, munindras, gandharvas, the celestial musicians, pishachas and bhutas. There were variegated gardens, divine playgrounds for devas, and lakes which could destroy sorrows and old age. There were 8 mountains, including Kailash, in the 8 directions from Meru, which were the residence of Rudras, chief devas and guardians of the worlds, the Dikpalas. At the center of the mountain was a vast region, Aranya, which was the abode of Brahmadeva. In this manner, the mountain bestowed happiness to all devas. To its southern side, there were 3 provinces. To the northern side were 3 divisions. In the eastern and western sides were 1 division each and 1 in the central region. There were the 9 well-celebrated divisions in the islands. The Himachala and its 8 mountain ranges marked its boundary. Its height is 2,000 yojanas and is surrounded by 8 mountain ranges. In every division or khand, there is a huge mountain, 1,000 yojanas in expanse. In every khand, people belonging to different classes lived. O Daksha, in the different divisions, various rivers flowed from different mountains. The subjects lived in comfort. Excluding Ajanabha, 8 other famous divisions or khandas have been described. The people established there had attained siddhis with ease and were content. Men and women were always youthful and beautiful. They were virtuous and like gods. They enjoyed their comforts. Men and women were attracted to each other and would, at appropriate times, engage in physical gratification. They all followed the Varnashrama Dharma, were religious and compassionate. Yuga Dharma did not exist. 30 Guhyakas, literally hidden ones. They are a class of supernatural beings like Yakshas, nature spirits. They are often described as attendants of Kubera, god of wealth, and protect his hidden treasures. Guhyakas are believed to live in mountain caves, thus their name, hidden ones. All subjects observed one dharma or river householder. One did not suffer extreme heat or cold. People enjoyed a lifespan of 10, 11, 12 or 1300 years. Some subjects had a lifespan of 1500 years or even 500 years. Near the mighty mountain Himalaya, Ajanabha is the celebrated division of Khanda ruled by Navi. Everyone living in this division accepted karma as an important way of life and were duty bound. People travelled on the other islands, other khandas or patala based on their karmas and returned. After enjoying the fruits of action in heaven, they returned to this place when their karmas were depleted. Conversely, if they performed sinful karmas, men and women went to Naraka, and they returned to this place when they had completed their assigned stay. While in this khanda, through the practice of yoga, one could become a Yogendra. By continuous devotion, it was possible to become the form of Ganesha. There is no doubt about it. Hence, this area of Himalaya was considered most superior. O Prajapati, this area was said to be the bestower of everything. Wise men have said that it was a place of least enjoyments, as one must suffer the climate differences of heat and cold, and afflictions by several diseases. O Lord, Varnashrama Dharma existed here. However, mankind created further subcastes and other dharmas deviating from the precepts. The differences in Varnashramas also led to various divisions in religion. Time was measured in yugas. Yuga Dharma was followed and not Sanatana Dharma. Mankind exhibited defects like selfishness, etc., with individual variations in the inherent nature of people. There were mountain ranges like Vindhyas and Sahyadris. Other mountain ranges beyond became the dwellings of people. Rivers that flowed in these mountains carried sweet and fresh water. O intellectual one, bathing in its waters bestowed merits. One could meet people endowed with different gunas such as Rajas, Tamas and Sattvic. Pilgrimage places of all gods and hermitages of Brahmins were located on banks of rivers. Those would serve them to earn special merits. This khand was endowed with many attributes. Wise and intelligent ones call this place Bharata, the land of fulfillment of karmas. I have described to you the geography of earth in brief. Reading and describing the nature of earth destroys all sins. Thus ends the chapter titled Geography of Earth in the second khand of the Puranopanishad, Srimad Mudgal Puran, describing the legends of Ekadanta, dedicated to Sri Gajanana. End